The moment you pick up the phone, all you're doing is sitting here criticizing me, saying bad things, and freaking telling me what to do. I have no say, and you don't even listen to anything that I say. Anyways, that's 36. I'm here in Rome. God called me to the land the day I was gonna commit suicide.
Couldn't resist, mate.
Good morning, world. I got a chiropractor's appointment today. I just want to say to all the people that bring up my name, the Faceless Prophet, I don't claim to be a prophet. It's just a name, and it came from me being the faceless man. Okay, not anything to do with the prophet part. I've been given dreams and visions, and I am a child of God. I was saved at 6. I prayed for the heart of King David at 16, was called to the ministry when I was 16, and had the opportunity to go into ministry as an intern pastor at a large church, Korean church in Canada when I was 23. My mother shot it down and thwarted my service to God and said, "What are you talking about?" She laughed. She scoffed like that. God called you to go to be a pastor? She said the same thing when I came here at 36. That's the extent of her self-righteousness and her understanding of God, but that's neither here nor there. So at 23, she shoots down my calling. I was given an invitation to be an intern pastor. Now, in hindsight, who knows? Maybe it's a good thing that I didn't get sucked into a large megachurch. And, you know, there's a lot of things that I don't agree with a lot of these churches. Korean churches, megachurches, prosperity gospel churches, Roman Catholic, Chrislam. Anyways, before I get off topic. So at 23, I was given the invitation to intern as an intern pastor in Canada, and then got shot down at 26. I walked away from God. When I went to Korea, I went to church. I did go to church, but I lived in the flesh. I absolutely loved all the attention that I was getting by all the girls. I didn't sleep with all of them, you know. That wasn't my goal. My goal was just for the attention. My goal was for the affection. My goal was to feel wanted. And I didn't want to use them, you know, by having sex with them, because that's not what I was trying to go for. I was going for their love. I was going for their affection. I was going for their acknowledgement of the kind of person I am. Not freaking body count. Not trying to hit it and quit it. I mean, why do men think that way? Why do men think that they gotta fuck a bitch to be cool? Why? Because they've completely lost sight of who their Father is in heaven. They forgot who Jesus is. Well, some people don't even know who he is. Some people don't even believe that he existed. How stupid can you be, man? Do some research, just basic, just a little bit of research. Just type in Google existence of Jesus or proof of Jesus. I mean, geez, come on. There is countless evidence. Stop saying that. You can't say that. Just as much as people can't even say the Big Bang Theory is really the only thing that happened. They can't say it anymore. The scientists can't even prove it, bro. And then they just go further and further. Well, the universe is this big, and so all this stuff. So, you know, it's possible. You know, it's possible. Something can't come from nothing, y'all. I'm sorry. Something cannot come from nothing. God exists outside of time, space, and matter. He is what created the Big Bang. And then there was light. So, anyways, at 26, I walked away from God. I walked away from the church. And for 10 years, Well, 2 years later, I met my wife. And for 8 years, I completely hearkened unto the voice of my wife. Happy wife, happy life. I'd rather be happy than right. Y'all hear that before, guys? Stop saying it. Just stop saying it. And once you realize that it's your fault, You need to be the spiritual leader. You need to become a spiritual leader. But men have been completely emasculated. There's no real men anymore. Bunch of freaking emasculated men. At least I see people like Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate, which I don't like Andrew Tate, okay? But he says some smart things. He says some wise things. He says some things that put things into perspective that I've always agreed with. So I won't disagree with him on those parts. But when it comes to his mentality of never showing any weakness and just getting filthy rich so you can, have anybody you want mentality and have the power so that you can prevent yourself from being emasculated, you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to be a filthy rich guy so that you can keep your nuts. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. There's a lot of men out there that no matter how hard that they work, they'll never be as rich as you. And then when they do get some sort of monetary success, what's it gonna do? It's gonna go straight to their head, just like my parents, my mother and father. They came here when they were in their 20s and then started a business, became very successful, became the, quote unquote, the wealthiest Koreans in Memphis. Very hated by everybody, jealousy. Some of it was rightfully so. I mean, my mom she's a racist. My father's a racist. They're bigots. They're judgmental. They're hypocrites. They're Pharisees. I mean, you name it. They're everything. And they still think they came here in 2017. My mom's like, oh, ever since I come here, I'm so much at peace. Well, Mom, that's because you don't see anybody. It's called Days of Noah. That's because you don't interact with anybody. That's because you don't do business with anybody. People don't want to work with you. That's why your tenant calls me. He reaches out to me when there's problems, not to you. He doesn't even pick up your phone, Mother. Why? Because he doesn't want to talk to you. He told me. Whenever he gets a phone call from you, he gets the anxiety. That's how I've been my entire life, Mom. Why do you think I never picked up your phone? You think I didn't pick up your phone because I was being rebellious? No, I was not picking up the phone because I was saving myself from the anxiety that you create every time you open up your mouth. The moment you pick up the phone, all you're doing is sitting here criticizing me, saying bad things, and freaking telling me what to do. I have no say, and you don't even listen to anything that I say. Anyways, that's 36. I'm here in Rome. God called me to the land the day I was going to commit suicide. I was going to swallow a whole bunch of pills, and I was staring at the fish, and then the Holy Spirit just simply said, go see the land. I stopped myself, I put all the pills back in the bottle, went upstairs, laid in bed, and I was fighting with God. I was fighting and yelling with God, asking him, why do you want me to go back to the land? I knew when he said go see the land, it meant come here to Rome, Georgia. I've never been here. They moved here in 2017 from Memphis. So, yeah. And here I am, 7 months later. I'm just picking up the pieces, y'all. The Autistic Christian out.
If he were telling the truth, he wouldn't have told us. Unless, of course, he knew you wouldn't believe the truth, even if he told us.